Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today. My name is Mel Rose, and I'm here to show your daily aspects. Today, very briefly, we have a grand trine between the sun, the moon, and Uranus. The sun and moon, that's both us, right? The outer life and the inner life. And then Uranus is your planet for sort of freak coincidences, sudden changes, exciting news, things that change our perspective and change our lives. So I just wanted to give you the heads up so that you know some change might be on the menu for you today. Okay, let's get into these aspects. Today is Tuesday, September 6, 2022. The sun is in Virgo, and the waxing gibbous moon is in Capricorn, making ingress to Aquarius late tonight. So while we work to bring some of our personal goals to fruition in time for the full moon, we experience that we have a meticulous attention to detail and a desire for outcomes that solve problems and raise our level of security. Especially now that Venus is also in Virgo, the relationships we are in at this time have to make sense, and they also have to provide a sense of stability, or we're likely to become critical and resistant to them. Mutable Earth and cardinal Earth. It's an always doing, never stopping kind of mode to be in at this time. Just remember, it's okay to give yourself an occasional break. Starting on the moon side today at 4:23 this morning, Central Standard Time, moon goes trine to Uranus, Cancer and Aquarius. Moon conjuncts Pluto later today, and those two will be trine to Uranus together for a brief time. This can bring about some exciting and consequential changes of heart or in the home life. The trine vibe offers a blessing. We know the news is good and we can have a positive outcome, and I would count that as a double blessing since they are conjunct and both trine. And then at 1:21 p.m., moon goes sextile to Neptune, Cancer and Pisces. These are your vibes. This aspect engenders the creative urge. If you feel a desire to paint, to write, to draw, or to otherwise brainstorm something beautiful, this is a good time to work on it. It's also a good time to trust whatever your gut is telling you about the situation that you're in. And then at 4:43 p.m., this void of course moon goes conjunct to Pluto, Cancer and Scorpio. Bring on the intensity, right? Our emotional selves are interacting under pressure with the deeper fears and insecurities we generally seek to avoid noticing. Stuff may come up, memories, revelations, fresh understandings of things we thought we knew. Our reactions are everything, okay? Fortunately, we have on our side this 6 hours void of course period, and this is the period of time between the moon's last aspect in one sign before it makes ingress to the next sign. This is generally considered a time when the moon's influence comes to us direct and not through the filter of a sign. So it's a good time to connect with ourselves in spirit, to reflect, meditate, journal, create. That all might be particularly productive currently because moon is so closely linked with Pluto right now. So do whatever it is that you like to do to calm the mind and focus the intention. This is how we know like who we are right now and how we want to be going forward. And then at 10:41, we finish up that void of course period when the moon makes ingress to Aquarius. Moon in Aquarius brings our heart's attention back to the community, there where we want to connect with others, to collaborate and create a stronger bond with the collective. Okay, let's take a look at what else the wheel has going on right now. The moon really appears to be doing a lot today. It's conjunct with Pluto. It's making these sextiles and trines. All very cooperative, positive vibes, if not a little super intense in the emotional and intuitive arena later in the afternoon. But at least we have that void of course period where we can sort of get in touch with our hearts and make sure that we're okay and have the important conversations we need to have, you know, after any major discoveries, right? So for me, though, a lot of what is happening seems to center around Mars and Uranus here, and where their concerns sort of intersect. Mars is being goaded into action over here by our sense of purpose, the sun, and what we desire, or Venus. So, and this is also while being trine to Mercury. Excellent weather for strategizing our next moves, friends, and sextile to Jupiter, cooperating toward outcomes that show our growth. Aries, Gemini, Taurus, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Pisces. See, that's almost all of us who have ruling planets involved in what Mars is doing today. Mercury jumps into the mix to give a little push back here in opposition to the quest for a bigger, better paradigm. We feel impatient and resistant to the change of mind that necessarily comes with this personal expansion. Mercury is stalled here, waiting to go retrograde. So the resistance it offers comes across as stubbornness or feet dragging. Take into account also that we have this very temporary yet very powerful grand trine on the page today: Cancer, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Sun, Moon, and Uranus create a trine, and all while the Moon is conjunct to Pluto, which I said before. Any aspect that involves the Moon will be short-lived, but that doesn't make this triple trine less potent. Our inner and outer lives are in an ideally functioning mode together, with our capacity to go through exciting changes. And right now, those changes are triangle blessed, okay? Whatever impulses you act on at this time, you have the power to create new realities and perspectives that have a positive impact on your whole life. And of course, we cannot fail to mention our retrogrades, 6 and counting. This Friday will make 7 as Mercury stations in one place before reversing direction. I like to think of it like this. There is a regular flow of the trajectory of the planets. We all go around the sun in the same direction, but because of trick of perspective, all the planets but the sun and moon will occasionally appear to backtrack. When we move against the flow of, say, a stream of water, we notice ripples, surprises, upsets, challenges. With more than half of the planets we follow currently retrograde, one can see how ripples develop into turbulence, and then our navigation of these waters becomes a task that requires all of our attention. Retrograde draws our attention to the ways these various planets act in our lives, and more to the point, how we respond to them and work with them. This is a time to make a personal assessment regarding how well we handle surprises, how much of our healing we're aware of, and how much capacity each of us has to hold the bigger, better things we seek. How we use our imagination, how we are committed to the support of our communities, and also how committed we are to personal transformation. Coming up tomorrow, I didn't write down the coming up column, so we'll just put it up here. Sun goes quincunx to Chiron. And this will give us cause to doubt the safety and simplicity of just being ourselves out in the world. Mercury tomorrow goes retrograde. And we are invited at this time to slow down and give more consideration to the day-to-day workings of our lives. And then the full moon in Pisces, not a beautiful circle, but a circle nonetheless. On Saturday, the full moon in Pisces will grace us with an opportunity to celebrate how far we have come in imaginative and connected style. And that's it for today's astrology, friends. Thank you for tuning in. Please like my video, subscribe to the channel, click the notifications bell. I post here every day and I wouldn't want you to miss a thing. For a longer, less formal version of this reading that includes further insight from Tarot, please check out my other channel, Astrology Today and Tarot with Mel Rose. The link is in the description. I appreciate you all so much for tuning in. My love and gratitude go out to each and every one of you. And I will see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today.